the heart of Silicon Valley, amidst modern innovation, stands a house that defies logic. Look at it. A sprawling Victorian mansion unlike any other. Towers scrape the sky, chimneys stop short of the roof, and windows are placed where no window should be. This isn't just a house. It's a puzzle, a prison, and a monument to a fortune built on death. But it's true that mystery lies in here, not in ghosts, but in the mind of the woman who built it. This time, we bring you the most mysterious urban legend about Winchester Mystery House. Because maybe the truth is stranger than you imagine. If you've visited San Jose, California, one of the first things you'll probably hear about from locals and tourists alike is the story of the Winchester Mystery House. In the hands of Winchester, what stands today is four-story, 160-room, 24,000 square foot mansion, constructed mostly out of redwood on less than 5 remaining acres of land in one of the city's most heavily trafficked West Valley neighborhoods. The home has 2,000 doors, some leading straight into blank walls, 10,000 windows, some interior facing, 47 fireplaces, 17 chimneys, 40 stairways, at least one of which leads up to a ceiling, 40 bedrooms, 2 ballrooms, 1 completed, 1 unfinished, 13 bathrooms, 6 kitchens, 3 elevators, 2 basements, and a wood-paneled, Venetian-inspired dining room. It is true that she married William Winchester in 1862, and 4 years later gave birth to a daughter, Annie Party Winchester. But her baby died a month later. After that, they never had another child. And just 15 years later, Sarah lost her husband, her mother, and her father-in-law due to the plague of her time, tuberculosis. She inherited $20 million after, but that didn't make her heart any less broken. Lonely and looking to start anew, she packed up her things in Connecticut and moved to San Jose, California, where she bought the aforementioned ranch. Sarah was an amateur architect and loved to design extensions and remodel the properties she owned with her husband. Sarah's father had been a carpenter during the height of the Victorian period, and so she grew up loving design and architecture. She later subscribed to many magazines and journals on the subjects and taught herself the craft. After she lost all her family member, she carried that passion through the mansion she bought, Lanata Villa. She was an accomplished designer who worked with her carpenters closely to bring her ideas and designs to life. She was exacting. Sometimes, her erratic choices created design problems, like walled-off windows or staircases that were cut off by new construction. And by all accounts, a serial builder and rebuilder when something did not meet her expectations, until her death in 1922, ceasing 36 years of constant construction. After that, Winchester's story and subsequent legacy starts to take on a new life. In the hand John and Mamie Brown, they leased Lanata Villa and opened the doors to the public as a tourist attraction. In order to add a hook to tourists, Mamie became the property's first guide and created stories about Winchester's mental state and reasons for her incessant building that painted her as an unstable figure when she was likely the exact opposite. Spreading stories of hauntings, they invited Harry Houdini to visit at Halloween night 1924. To investigate the home, he visited, but did not have time to hold a séance or conduct research. However, he suggested the house's tourist tagline, the Winchester Mystery House. And in 2018, Hollywood finally brought some parts of Winchester's tragic story to screen. In the horror mystery, the film places Sarah in the home at the time of the quake, but in reality that was never verified, nor was there any documentation that she was injured on the day of the event. As subsequent stories have spun, that false narrative was stitched together like glue to her legacy and became local lore and fact that was even incorrectly recorded by the Historic American Building Survey in 1981. But supporting Winchester's actual competency were all of her friends, family, and even the builders on her property who defended her as an independent woman, and a loyal widow who dressed in black to honor her losses. They also explained that she was reclusive due to poor health. When she died in 1922, she willed all her fortune to her employees. Why did Sarah Winchester build this way? And why did the construction never stop? This is the heart of the mystery. Several theories exist. The most famous legend suggests she was guided by a belief that she was haunted by the spirits of those killed by Winchester guns and built to appease or confuse them. Other explanations are more grounded. Perhaps it was a way to manage her immense wealth, a complex hobby fueled by grief, a desire to constantly provide work for her carpenters, or simply the eccentric passion of a woman with a unique vision and the means to pursue it without conventional constraints. Regardless of her true motivations, Sarah Winchester took her true reasons to her grave, leaving behind a house that remains one of the most intriguing and unsolved architectural puzzles in the world. Its mystery endures, not just in its strange hallways, but in the unanswered question of why she built it. What do you think about Sarah and Winchester Mystery House? Drop down your comments below. And if you like this kind of stuff, go ahead and hit subscribe button. Stay informed and inspired with us. Follow for regular updated, and be the first to see what's next from around the world. Thank you for watching the videos.